All right. Hey, how you doing? This is Erick from VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments and Luxury Properties, powered by Amp Live Media, a media marketing and broadcasting company. I'm here today to knock out a couple birds, one stone. Happy Mindset Monday. Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, it's a little late in the evening today. Usually like to get these in around 2 p.m. if I'm going on a mindset or a scheduled broadcasting day of some sort. I'm knocking out the day 39 of my 100 videos or 100 days or 100 push-ups. If I miss a day, I have to do 100 push-ups. And the reason, I think I explained that on a video, like threw one in there very quickly. And it was recorded. Some will be recorded, some will be live. Like I'm going to mix them up here to get my day 39 video in. At the same time, knock out Mindset Money Monday or Mindset Monday, whatever you'd like to call it. We like to just call it Mindset Monday, period. Because we're talking about books and admin, gearing up for the week, getting started for the week, and then coming out of the weekend. Because a lot of times it's like, hey, people have different feelings for Monday, right? Monday can just be another day. Like any other day. Can your Monday be a Friday and make it awesome? Can it be an awesome Saturday or Sunday? It can be. Just depends on your schedule. At the same token, I'm just going to grab me a water or something to drink. But at the same token, Mondays can be, Monday's a Monday, right? It's a crappy day, shitty day, or is it a long day? Is it an admin day? Is it a Chinese Monday? Is it a Jabrone Monday? What type of Monday is it for you, right? At the end of the day, it just depends, right? And some people just like to take off Monday. Fuck it, I'm taking off Monday, or I'm not going to answer the phone today, or maybe you got a regular job or JOB. You got to go to work, but you're just kind of taking your time and gearing up for the rest of the week. We all got our, I guess, excuses of some sort or how we feel for that particular day. If it's things are going awesome, then it's like, hey, every day is awesome. Every day is a day of gratitude, and every day is a positive mental attitude day, right? Just like mindset. So it just depends on how you frame it. I always say, got the little square there, and how you frame things in your mind, in your life. Only you can give yourself a bad day. No one can give you a bad day unless you choose to have a bad day by what they say or do or whatever happens. Like I mentioned before in other videos, you stub your toe and you're going, shit, you dropped something. Oh, shit, the universe is spinning too fast. It's not aligned for me today. Do I go out? Do I do business? You know what? You just keep rocking and rolling, staying positive, and doing what you need to do. Yeah, and there are sometimes, it's just best. Hey, if your instinct and your gut says to stay in, then stay in, get some work done, do some admin, read a book, have some coffee, watch a freaking movie. Sometimes we need to decompress. Sometimes we need to shut down and relax. Like, for example, my phone got wet somehow, some way. I don't know how. But it said I got this crazy fucking alert, like it was like a flood or an earthquake. Is going off on my damn phone here, and I couldn't understand why. Did it a couple times, and it said your USB is wet, disconnected, because it can create critical damage. I'm like, what the fuck is that all about? So I'm looking at that, and I take it out and I look and I go, that's not wet. Plug it back in, it goes off again. Plug it back in, turn it off, plug it back in. And by that time, I got like 1%, so it's getting ready to die. So then I got another charger, and I plug that charger in. I go, well, this one can't be wet. But I guess what happened is the charger might have gotten wet, and I plugged it into the bottom of the USB. Water got inside of it, and it detected that, which is kind of crazy cool, I guess, right? So when it did that, I was like, oh, shit. I know I've done it before. I don't know I can't remember if I dropped the phone in the shitter or the lake. Or the creek or something, or got it wet. And I read somewhere you just put it in rice. Get some rice, submerge it in rice, and leave it there for an hour or two. And I guess it absorbs all the water. So I did that along with the cable, put it in there, left it alone for an hour or two, and let its thing do its thing. But, it's kind of like, man, the phone is also the meaning of what I'm sharing with you is that it was kind of cool not to be on the phone or messing with social media and scrolling or checking shit and making calls and text messages and just work in general, along with just even family stuff, right? So it's kind of cool just to decompress and chill out and read a little, take some time to yourself, watch a crazy 80s movie or two was kind of cool because I don't do that a lot, but I got to do it with my family and it was awesome. Right? I forgot. I don't know what we watch. Officer and a Gentleman. What was the other movie? It's another crazy Vietnam movie with Samuel Jackson. It was pretty cool. But yeah, these are like from, well, these not even the 80s. I think one was the 2000s. So, I don't know, just some old movies. It was pretty cool. But at the end of the day, hopefully you're doing well. I'm Eric. I'm going to be your host today, as you can see, of the Amp Live Real Estate Show. It's right there across the top, the Amp Live Real Estate Show. I'll be your host for the day. And as you can see down below, you can see that, hey, that we're doing our part to save help save our fellow Americans in distressed situations with the real estate, whether it's pre-foreclosure, probates, properties where they need repairs and disarray. They can't afford the repairs, so they can't get full market value. We'll come in with the funds and we'll do whatever we need to do to try to get top dollar. And we're not there to lowball anybody on their property, but at the end of the day, it needs to make sense. So we're writing, it's all about the numbers, right? And what we need to make in regards to a return on investment, if that's the way it goes, or at least pointing them in that direction for those resources, right? Whether it's getting a loan, maybe it's hard money loan or traditional loan, or listing the property to get it sold, or maybe it's, getting some money to fix up the property so they can get full retail, or just getting them an offer that's going to be something, fair. I would say somewhat fair, but at the end of the day, it comes down to cash, right? Cash is the first offer, second offer, third offer. If we can move into some type of terms and they're flexible and willing to be flexible with us, then we can give them a leverage type deal, which is like seller finance, subject to existing financing, or something creative where we're not having to go to the bank and things of that nature. That's kind of what we live in the creative real estate investing world. And then obviously having those options for them for the lending stuff. Maybe it's listing the property, or, it could be maybe even just helping them out, with the bank at the end of the day, and point them in the right direction and let them do their own loan mod or whatever they got to take care of, because we're not into that stuff, right? And just point them in that direction, give them some advice, and hopefully it works out for them, but at least knowing that, hey, we're here if they need us. As well as, working with just investors or people who need to get their property sold and it didn't sell in Southern California. Maybe it's luxury property. Maybe it's, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's not selling, give us a holler. We'll put you in connection with VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments in Luxury Properties. And obviously, see what we can do there to obviously get your property sold. Or if you're looking for your forever home, or you're looking for your first property or your second property, investment property, or you're just looking for a property in general, period. We're out in the field today, showing some fine Americans some property in the Inland Empire area, San Bernardino, Riverside type of areas, right? You got Rancho Cucamonga, Upland. You got Corona, East Val, all the nice little areas, right? People want to be in the awesome schools and things of that nature. Chino Hills, Diamond Bar, all that good stuff, right? That's what we're doing today. So I had to, I'm here. That's why we're a little bit late today, or I'm a little bit late getting into Mindset Monday and then getting my video in, right? Video 39. So, and the reason for that, like I said, I think I mentioned in the videos before, I'm doing it because I think it's a cool challenge and it gets me to do these videos a little bit shorter, right? So then, hey, I'm in here. I'm talking about some personal stuff. When I talk about real estate, I can talk for hours and hours and hours. So at the end of the day, maybe it's helping me shorten up my videos, which is cool. So we'll see what's going to transpire after I hit 100 videos, 100 days, or 100 push-ups, right? So I've only had to do 100 push-ups one time so far, and that was grueling, but it was also awesome, right? It's what my body needs. So it's all, any way you look at it. Framing it as positive. It's not even a negative, but it's something that, hey, it was pretty difficult at the time to do those 100 push-ups. So make sure I get my videos in. Or maybe I just want to, hey, miss a day on purpose. We'll see. Anyways, I'm going to go through some of these. I did want to share a couple of books for Mindset Monday. If you're having a hard time trying to get on track and align yourself with the business of real estate and creative real estate investing, or any of that stuff, whether it's traditional side of things where you're a listing agent, maybe you're a buyer's agent, or maybe you're working for a brokerage, or you're a brokerage and maybe you're trying to get your agents up and rocking and rolling, and to adapt to this new market of creative real estate investing, or just real estate investing in general, because obviously it's not going away. It's never going to go away. It's always going to be here. So you might, and along with, even when people didn't really know about it too much, real estate investors, right? They're connected to this stuff now in social media and building brands, and everybody's got to adjust, adapt, or like I always say, you're going to end up perishing. You don't want to perish, right? Adjust, adapt, or perish. I say rock and roll. So let me go ahead and get into it a little bit. I'm going to rock on to the next one here. I want to share this with you. Obviously, this is no theory, no fluff, just real estate deals in action, okay? That's what this is all about. That's our theme for 2026 is deals, deals, deals. No bullshit, no drama. Just getting in on the private sector with AMP Live and the American Mentee program, but also on VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments, right? So bringing that all to the table with just real estate, right? Doing deals, rocking deals, bringing good people on. Selection process is still in place. Or if we're a good fit, we will rock and roll together. If not, that's okay. We'll shake hands, part friends, maybe down the road. Our door will always be open. It's always an open door policy. You can scan that QR code. I'm going to put my mug up here so I can do this right here. It's right there. Scan that QR code right there. Scan the QR code. Book some time with myself and my team. We'd love to speak with you, see how we can do some business together. Whether you have deals you want to share with us and we want to, make some offers, if you're a wholesaler, or if you're looking to do deals or you're rocking deals, single family, multifamily, commercial, doesn't matter. Or maybe you're like, hey, I got a property I need sold. I need access to your brokerage, okay? I need access to VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments and even Lux properties. If you got luxury properties you need to get sold for some reason not getting sold, then give us a holler. Or maybe it's a loan. Maybe it's traditional loan. Maybe it's hard money loan, right? Maybe it's a VA, like the couple awesome fellow Americans from the day, right? VA loans are there. Utilize them, right? Why wouldn't you use your VA? It's a beautiful, lovely thing, even if it's for investment properties, even if it's your first or second or third property. I know there's a way to get it done. Hey, it's zero down. The interest rates are what they are and all that good stuff. I'm not going to get into all that, but it's a great way to go ahead and use those things to your advantage. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this. All right, scan that QR code right there. Whoop, scan the QR code. There it is. Okay, and share it. Like, love, and share. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Helps the algorithms, helps us move up in the ladder with stuff, and gets this information out there. After all, that's what we're doing, right? We're all here to help each other. We're all here to do real estate to a degree. And if you're not, and if you haven't, you're not in real estate, maybe you're interested in that, then definitely reach out. Get in touch with me. And we'll see if we're a good fit or if I'll point you in the right direction, even if it's not a good fit. My goal is to help you out because I wish I had somebody to do that for me. Luckily, I was lucky enough to find those people only because I brought tremendous value to them. And I was super hungry. As always, right? Every single day, you want to keep moving forward and looking bigger. And that's why this book has been helping tremendously. It's The Magic of Thinking Big. Older book, but I see a lot of people have been reading it and online and stuff. So that means, hey, we're aligned here because it's a great, awesome book. There's some good information in there, motivation information, stuff that you can use in your life and in your business. There's also another cool book. It's called The Science of Getting Rich. This one's a cool one. A little bit like the Bible. You got to kind of understand what the book is saying, right? Kind of like the Bible, right? There's a lot of stuff in there and needs interpretation but when you get to a certain point in a certain frequency, a certain level, then the stuff starts making sense to you. Kind of like Think and Grow Rich. We have mentees that it's required when someone comes aboard and works with us exclusively. Got to read Think and Grow Rich and the 17 Principles of Success. And some people I hear, I get it. Some people catch on really quickly. And like me, I was a slow starter. It took me a long time to understand Think and Grow Rich. And for some others, it's the same. It's like, man, I'm still trying to get this. I'm still trying to understand it. And I say, look, best way to read a book, read it once, then read it second time, start highlighting things that pop out. Read it a third time, start writing in the corners, going, man, I think this is key. I think this is what I need for myself, and start writing in there, execute, put a date on there, and then read it again. That'll be the fourth time where you can actually go back, look at the things you wanted to execute, read the book, and go through it, and then start picking things that you want to execute in that book and turning it into almost a guide. If you read it the fifth time, I always say you're just going to continue to read those books as guides to help you throughout your life over and over and over. And if you do read it a fifth time, that's just to go and kind of go back as a reference now. Now it becomes a reference guide to you, right? Because our brain obviously can only absorb about 10, 15% of what we read. So you read it 4 or 5 times, you're going to absorb the whole damn book. And then you can use it as a guide to keep on learning and earning and whatever else you need to do. Most people are not going to do that on a book. Like, hey, maybe it's like, I don't know, if it's If it's a self-help book, right, maybe you read it once, you go, hey, I got some nuggets, it was cool. Maybe you read it a second time because you really like it. But if you really want to absorb the whole book, read it 4 times. And then after that, you continue to read it and make it part of your core, or make it a reference or a guide for you in your life. So like this, you might read it once and go, fuck, I don't know what the hell that was about, but it was cool. I think I got a couple of nuggets from it and I'm good to go. No, you need to read it over and over and study it. Now you got to study that stuff. Now, the last one here is just for fun, but this one is here. I got to get back to it. I think I missed a Sunday or two, but it says, Dad, what's for dinner, right? So Sunday, I get to make some dinner out of this book. My daughter got me this. And we got another one from Yellowstone, which is pretty cool. They got some cool recipes and stuff in there. But I get to cook some awesome, lovely dinner for the family. And I'm blessed to do so. And hopefully you are too. Hopefully you're blessed to, be with your family and have some gratitude across the board for anybody and anything that you're attached to, people, things, life, and, just try to stay positive in life. But 2026 is here. 2027 and beyond is going to be an amazing opportunities that are coming down the wire. They're already here. Things are happening, shifting. So I'm excited for that. The same token, scan that QR code right there. Boink, scan the QR code, book some time myself. And all that's for is just say, hey, let's have a phone call. Let's rock some deals together. Send me some deals. Send us some deals. Or maybe it's a loan. Maybe you need a loan, or maybe you need some advice, or you need some resources of some sort, right? Bank on 20 plus years of experience and another 20 years of experience with VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments and Luxury Properties. That's coming down the wire for 2026 and 2027. So, and there is a niche for it. There's a huge niche for the luxury properties right now, right? More and more people are making more money, so they're buying more properties. I heard a little thing here. I don't know where I read it, but I'm always reading and studying and looking at stuff. But, and I do, when I look at it, I like to go in and do some research and look at the statistics and then go from there and say, is this truth or is it bullshit? Is it truth or is it bullshit, right? If it's factual and I can find some facts and I see it's truth, then it'll be my truth and I'll look at it and go, okay, cool. Now I'm going to use it. If not, then I won't share it, right? Or maybe I'll share it and I go, hey, if you've been hearing this stuff, it's bullshit at the end of the day. So as always, there's going to be some S-bombs, F-bombs, comes from a place of passion at the end of the day. Don't take offense to it. But at the same token, this is all for entertainment purposes. I'm not an attorney, a CPA, or a financial analyst or any of that good stuff, as I always say, right? Take it for what it is. I'm going to drop some awesome golden nuggets, pro tips today for the next couple of minutes, and then I'm going to wrap this up. I'll be back for probably tomorrow out in the field, Tuesday deal day, Wildness Wednesday, and then Thursday out in the field again with some obviously Thursday deal stuff. Today we're out in the field for it's usually an admin day, but had to show some fellow Americans some property and things of that nature, right? So, and then Friday for Friday highlights, Saturday for Saturday training, and live in the field, and then some Sunday sermon rants and raves, one of my funnest days, right? For me anyways, because I get to rock some rants and raves and just talk some shit on the Amplified Real Estate Show. If you like to be a host or like to be, not shit and say, well, even a host, fuck it. Yeah, if you want to be a host, that's cool. Or even a guest on the Amplified Real Estate Show, then definitely scan that QR code. Let's chat. Let's get you on here. Let's talk. I want to hear your story. I want to hear what you're doing, what you're about. And I love to share with other people across the United States of America, if even the world. Okay. But that's our goal. Also, our cause and mission is to help our fellow Americans across the United States of America, one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to help America, right? Across the United States of America, doing our part to, this is our little part to, push it forward. So if everybody does that, then it becomes a collective, right? Collective, I guess, resource, or a collective, what's the word for it? Collective, what can I say? A collective effort, right? And moving forward to help humanity, as they say, right? Who would have thought in my younger years, who cares? Nobody cares. I'll be honest with you. When I was probably 12, 13, 14, 15, I didn't give a shit who the president was. I said, why should I care? I'm not going to meet him. What are they going to do for me? They can't do shit for me anyways. Kind of weird how my brain thought or was thinking in that manner. I don't know if it was rebelliousness or if it's just smelling the bullshit, right? Even back in the day, my goal wasn't to follow the sheep. And for whatever reason, I was a maverick. And I just went in that opposite direction, the road less traveled and all that good stuff. But everybody's built a little differently based on who they are, their DNA, what they're about. I'm truly a believer of being able to change, maybe not your DNA, but maybe a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not a doctor or a scientist or any of that shit, but I know you can change this up here and how you perceive things, how you want to see things, how you want your life to be changed or not. You can maybe, grow up with alcoholics or grow up with, people who do bad things to kids or incest or all kinds of crazy shit. I know I'm saying it, but at the end of the day, we hear those stories, where that person just studied and studied and studied and worked 15 jobs and didn't want to be like them. And then went to Harvard and got a degree and all kinds of stuff. You hear it even in politics, right? You hear it in all kinds of people who've done amazing things. That doesn't mean that's going to be you or me or anybody else, but hey, at least it's something to aspire to be. If others can do it, that means you can do it. We can do it. We can all do it. At the end of the day, if you truly, truly want to. And you have to believe. I think that's the key word is belief. It's a belief factor. You have to feel it in your heart and you have to believe it and then go for it. What do you have to lose, right? End of the day, we're all going to be dead, and then who knows where the hell we go, But for my higher power, that is God. And I'm a God-fearing man. I'm not a holy roller, but we all got to have something that's going to keep us moving forward, including our family, our wives, and things of that nature. But as far as that goes, I'm going to go ahead and move on here to the next one. This is a cool graphic I like. Amplify the art of the deal, or I like to say the AmpLive method, right? The American Mentee Program, AmpLive Media, and all that other good stuff, right? It is about the art of the deal. It is about what I like to call the AmpLive method, right? And what that basically means, it's high trust selling with direct selling, bringing them together, and then utilizing as a tool and becoming an expert in negotiations and locking up properties and deals, right? Now, you can be good at finding deals. Maybe you're good at dispo. Maybe you're good at closing. Maybe you're good at working with buyers. Maybe you're good at working with sellers and you're awesome, right? But a lot of people like to shoot from the hip. They just make shit up as they go, take this script, mush it around with this one and that one, try to figure out what's working, what's not working. Not everybody's going to go through the process and then categorize stuff and then take this step, sit in their car for 2 to 3 hours after they went through a pitch in someone's house to analyze what went right, what went wrong, and then how to change it to get your closing ratios better and better and better. That's what I did. I'm sure that's what others have done in the past who come up with either programs or courses or just being good at what they do, right? It's kind of like basketball, right? You can say who was it? I don't know, I'm not a big basketball fan or any of that stuff. I was more into like boxing and, cars and all that other good stuff, right? Not much into the other sports. Football is cool. I watch football because my dad watched it, right? God rest his soul and things of that nature. But other than that, as you move forward, your taste changes. Everything changes. So where am I going with that? The bottom line is athletes. They practice and practice and practice and practice and practice when others are going out to go party and get stoned and go hang out with chicks and get married or babies and all that crazy shit. What are they doing? They're practicing and practicing to be the best. That's why they turn out to be the best, right? They're like, oh my God, this guy's phenomenal. And he's probably no more better than one. Of course, they're all going to have a little bit of a skill set, right? They're all going to be good at something. And whether it's basketball and shooting all those hoops, and all those misses to get them on the field to make those baskets. Come on. It's a numbers game at the end of the day, and it's becoming proficient in what you do. You have to be good at what you do. Whether you're playing drums or you're a guitarist or a vocalist or a bass player, keyboardist, songwriter, an athlete, an engineer, computer analyst, software engineer, whatever you're doing, you got to be able to have tons and tons of hours and pay those dues. Because, even if you're Elon Musk and you're a genius and other people, right, they still got to go through a lot. They're working every single freaking day. They eliminate noise and they work 24/7, it seems, right? And their brain is constantly going and rolling. So, they're paying the price too at the end of the day. It's there's no easy road. Everybody's looking for the easy road, but I guess it doesn't have to be hard, right? If you like what you do and it's a passion, then it's not a job. It's not a career. It becomes a lifestyle, which is something that not everybody gets to say or do, right? That's in their mind. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this up here so you can actually see myself here. And while we're talking and chit-chatting, And hopefully you get some motivation from this. Maybe you're like, hey, that's cool. And if it's a little boring, I get it. I know sometimes boring, sometimes it's cool. Sometimes I'm cracking jokes. Sometimes I'm blowing some F-bombs and S-bombs. It is what it is. Today's an admin day. So it's been a long day. It's been a long freaking year, I guess, in 2025. And, it's creeping up, even though we got a new year here, fired up, ready to go for the first quarter of 2026. And, everybody's recalibrating, it seems like, and others just rocking and rolling. They're stacking and making things happen, right? And they're geared up and excited for 2026, 27, and beyond. Also got the old Erick Report. If you want to grab that, then you can hashtag down below. I'm going to do a little bit of a chat thingy here. I'm going to put these spectacles on that I got right here. What time is it? 25 or 5 more minutes. I'm going to wrap this up. Now, in the chat, there's going to be a free gift there. It says, learn the secret of effortlessly find 100 plus new seller leads every single week. It's called Surfing for Deals. I call it Surfing for Deals, what we call it. Rock and roll. That's my little signature because I love rock and roll. Rock and roll is just another way of moving forward and getting things done in my book, whatever it is for you. Maybe it's busy. Maybe it's, whatever it is, whatever word you use or whatever gets you going. Go for it. I introduce you to VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments right here. Down below, I'll share the Surfing for Deals for you as well. If you're considering selling or buying a home, then definitely reach out. VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments, and we'll help you out with that, help you getting that loan, help you getting the best rate, then helping you find your forever home or your first home or your second home or your luxury property. Definitely reach out. We have a track record of finding properties very quickly, so you're not searching for months and months and months and months. We hear some people, I've been renting for 10 years. I've been renting for 5 years. I've been looking for a year. I've been looking for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, all that good stuff. No, it's usually the first wham, bam. We get in there, find out what you're looking for, and then go after it, right? So we got a knack at finding those properties and then finding some good deals as well, and then obviously rocking and rolling. The art of the deal, or I like to say, in negotiating with VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments with Miss Elizabeth. She gets in there and makes things happen, right? Very tenacious. So it's like, hey, it's like almost like she's fighting for you as an advocate. At the same token, along with the team and all of us doing the same thing with all our years of experience to get you the best deal, as well as getting you the best loan and rates, and making sure that, hey, there's communication and it's super painless, right? Because it can be super stressful when you're buying these properties and selling and all that good stuff. Trust me, I know. On both sides of the coin there, right? Whether it's, working with agents and brokers or working with investors, and, things can happen, right? And, it's good to have professionals that are going to help you with all that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one here. See what we got here. Boink, boink. This is what I like here. Obviously, creative real estate investing, how to get off market deals. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this QR code up here. It's how to find these deals. Now, once you go ahead and scan that QR code right there, you scan the QR code, it's right there down below. For creative real estate investing, how to get off market deals. Well, one, if you book that time, I'm going to share with you on how to find them. And if you just scan that QR code and start hunting some deals, on market, off market deals, we'll share off market. Once you become a VIP buyer with us, and you go through the protocol, and we'll make sure we're all a good fit and that you got the funds to work with and all that good stuff, then there will be deals. We'll share those deals with you, making you exclusive VIP buyer with us. So then you'll see all those deals before they go to the general market, or we'll hunt those deals for you and spend that money to find those deals for you. Doesn't matter whether it's 1, 2, 15, 20, or 100 deals. Does not matter. Just as long as we know that you can handle that inventory and that we can deliver that inventory to you. So scan that QR code just to get in our little ecosystem. And one of my favorites here is Subto 101, gear up, adjust, adapt, or perish. I say rock and roll, as it says right there. Let's rock instead. Remember the golden rule in PMA. Now, it says join here, right? Now, I'll go ahead and put that QR code. This is going to be the same one. This is going to be a different one. This one's going to actually be a one where we can chit-chat and talk right there. Scan the QR code. It's right there. Boink. Scan the QR code right there. All right. It's probably saying the golden rule. Now, if you know what the golden rule is, awesome. If you don't, the golden rule is treat others as you like to be treated, period. That took me a long time to figure out what the hell was the golden rule. What is the golden rule? What does that even freaking mean? Had to study and read. We didn't have all this AI and Grok and all kinds of other stuff. And, chat GBT or whatever the fuck you want to call it, or whatever, right? I get it. But I had to study and do some research, and figure those things out. PMA, positive mental attitude, right? With action, I get it. It's all just it's right here in the mind, right? Only you have control. The ultimate thing you have control over in this world is your mind. Everything else you don't. People think they have control of the day, the night, the people, everything. No. The universe is built on controlled chaos, right? Mother Nature, controlled chaos. You can't control any of that shit. The only thing you can control is how you think and how you want to think and how you want to, I guess, appear and believe in yourself for others at the end of the day. So your mind is really the only true thing that you have complete control over, to a degree, I would say. All right. So Subto 101, gear up, adjust, adapt, or perish. I say, let's rock and roll instead. Scan that QR code. It's right there. Boink. The big ass QR code right next to me. Scan that thing and we'll chat. We'll talk. And if Subto is your jam and you want to get into Subto, then we'd love to have you. We'd love to share stuff with you if it's a good fit. Okay. I'll leave you with that right now. This is cool. This is coming up in January and throughout 2026. Wholesaling 101, using door knocking to land your next deal and your next deal and your next deal. Earn and learn, a beautiful, lovely thing that we're bringing to the market here in Southern California. I'm going to bring this up here so you can actually join. We'll be right here. So I'll bring it up. I believe it's right there. There we go. Scan that QR code. Once again, another QR code. Scan that one right there. Boink, boink. The jump aboard. It'll be in Southern California. It's going to be our little beta testing area. All 4 counties. There'll be San Bernardino County, Riverside County, Orange County, the OC as they call it, and yes, Los Angeles County. The good areas we're going to hit, but we'll also work the crazy ones because obviously we don't want to get shot in any of this stuff. I'm just kidding. No big deal. It's a lot better. Back in the day when I was growing up, and they had Compton, the Hood, and East LA, and that was a different story, right? With all the cholos and gangsters and all kinds of crazy madness. Doesn't mean that stuff is not out there. It's still out there. It's just a different type of people now, right? Now you got woke people and Karens and all kinds of other crazy shit, right? I'm just kidding. All right. But seriously, Wholesaling 101, using door knocking to land your next deal and your next deal and your next deal. Earn and learn. Come on out, have some coffee, break some bread with us. We're going to teach you. The mission is the submission. How to get a simple appointment. We're going to earn and learn. There'll be prizes and gifts and all that good stuff. You have an opportunity. Yes, you have an opportunity if you're selected to come aboard our one-on-one mentoring program to rock with us exclusively, and we'll help you build your business along with our business, which is a beautiful, lovely thing. And we'll explain to you how that all works. Just scan that QR code right there. It's right there. Boink I'm pointing to it. If you can see my little picture, I'm also going to put my mug up here so you can actually see where it's at. Scan the QR code right there. Whoop. Boink, 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 boink. QR code. Scan the QR code and lock your spot in. Once you lock your spot in, you'll get a couple emails. Won't be any spam. Just, hey, what's going on? Want to know a little bit about you. And then we'll give you a location and where it's going to be. And we're also a time and what day and all that good stuff and what to expect and what to bring. Okay, so it's going to be a lovely thing. Definitely jump aboard. Like I said, we're going to be beta testing this in Southern California. Most likely, we're probably going to start off in the San Bernardino area, right under the mountains, which is cool, right? So, and I believe it's if we do this now into spring, weather's going to be awesome because it's California. Even if it's in the summer, it's still bearable, right? So it's easy. It's going to be beautiful. It'll be beautiful days. We'll be out and about. We're going to have fun. We're going to break bread, and we're going to earn and learn. We're going to learn creative real estate investing, because after all, that's what this is all about. It's about investing in you, investing in us. At the same token, building your legacy for the future, whether it's part-time, full-time, it doesn't matter. Whether it's you're just getting started or whether you're a seasoned investor, an agent, or a broker. Yes, agents are invited. Brokers are invited. I don't care. As long as you're wanting to learn real estate, show up. 90% of this is showing up, right? 99% is mindset, and the rest is building that skill set, okay? So that is my challenge to you. Scan that QR code right there. Now let's rock. I'm going to put that graphic back up. Mr. Swede, our tech dude, built that real quick. It is, it looks awesome. I love it. I love the colors and the themes, and even those handsome dudes right there, man. Right, rocking and rolling. All right, let's see what we got. What else? What's next? I'm not sure about this one here. Okay, yeah. This is Join Erick's Creative Real Estate Domination Live Networking Meetup. You can sign up right down below. That's webinars amp at Dash Amp Live. I might have a QR code. I think so right here. Domination. Here, it might be an older date, but I think this would work. And scan that QR code again. QR codes galore. Yeah, scan the QR code. That's Thursday, actually. That's going to be on Thursday, this Thursday. I believe it's January 15th. So January 15th, this Thursday. It's the Real Estate Domination Live Meetup. Okay. So it'll be myself. There'll be some guests that I'm going to invite. We're going to talk about creative real estate investing. We're going to talk about VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments and luxury properties. We're going to talk about AMP Live, the American Mentee Program, AMP Live Media, the media broadcasting and marketing company that powers us and powers mentees throughout the United States of America, but mostly about creative real estate investing. So you get to know a little bit about me. I'll get to know a little bit about you. I'm going to share what we do as a collective, core in-house with VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments. And, I'd love to hear more about you and your story, or others that are going to come to the table and where you're all about, what city, what county you are, what issues you're having, or what things working for you. And just make it like a live meetup. Same token, yes, we're looking for good people to work with. And that's what this is all about. That's what that is going to be, or that's what that webinar is going to be about. And we'll go from there, okay? But that is on January 15th, 7 p.m. Scan the QR code. It should be locked in. It should come up. If it doesn't, please let me know, because then I got to have, Sweden, make sure the dates are right and all that good stuff, and the links are going to be working. And it'll be live in an environment like this, okay? So you'll get a private link, and we're going to go into a group setting like this, and we're just going to talk in private, and we're going to rock and roll. So it won't be live. It'll be live, but it'll be with just us in a private setting, okay? So let's keep on rocking and rolling here. This obviously is the premise of today. No theory, no fluff, just real estate deals in action is the theme for 2026, okay? Deals, and building that and building a network across the United States of America. Obviously, your network and net worth and just working with people. We got the door knocking program, a few other things that are rolling out with VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments that we'll probably be sharing maybe February, March, what's going to be transpiring with some cool stuff. If you're an agent and you're a broker and you want leads, you want to be given leads and all kinds of cool stuff, then I'm going to share that with you, okay? But you can scan that QR code right there. Definitely scan that QR code right down below to find those properties. If you're hunting properties, looking for properties, off-market properties, commercial properties, luxury properties, single-family properties, your first home, second home, forever home, and then definitely scan that QR code. It's absolutely free, not going to cost you a dime, but at least you'll be able to hunt some deals for free, okay? And that is connected to the MLS, as well as getting in touch with us. And then if we're a good match and fit and all that good stuff, you want to become a VIP buyer, then definitely let's chat and let's talk, okay? So this is cool. This one's going to be a different one here, right? Master creative real estate investing. This is not for everybody, okay? But it is how to buy property with no money, no credit. It's called creative real estate investing, or using as leverage, okay? You're not spending days watching shitty videos. There's no PDFs. There's no Facebook groups with the blind leading the blind, right? It's just rock and roll real estate investing, okay? The coaching, mentoring, all that good stuff. That's it for a good fit. For a good fit, we'll rock. If not, that's okay. No big deal, no harm, no foul. Doesn't mean we're still going to be friends. Hey, open door policy, right? We're going to, hey, you bring deals to the table, we'll look at them. We'll underwrite them. If we can get you an offer, awesome. If not, that's okay too. But it's all about networking, okay? And yeah, you got to use these things, phone, okay? You can do more, yes, with texts and emails and all that good stuff, but eventually you got to get on the phone. And I know you can only call and touch base with so many people, but at the end of the day, it still comes down to being a people business, right? It's about networking. It's about who you know. It's about who you work with, right? To unload deals and then delivering that product to them. So that's what we're doing here. If that's something you're interested in, then definitely let's touch bases. I believe that's all we got there. I think we're going to share anything else. I'll share this with you. Why one-on-one mentoring matters in real estate? Because it just does. It helped me, right? Of course, I found my mentor by accident, only because I was out there and I was providing tremendous value, and I brought deals to the table, and I already knew and studied, and I was already in business, rocking and rolling, so it worked. And, understanding that, and then having, I guess, I became my mentors without me asking. to be my mentor and things of that nature. We just started doing business. But in my mind, I'm going, man, these guys 40 years experience. This one's 20 years experience in commercial. This one's single family. And, learning creative real estate investing, going to the bank, buying the seconds, dealing with small banks and, creative real estate, Subto, seller finance, rent to own, lease options, all that crazy stuff going, shit. That opened up everything, opened up the whole world of creative real estate investing for me. Blew my freaking mind, right? And right there, I'm going like, shit, man, this is awesome. Okay. And I did whatever I needed to do to make that gentleman happy and, bring him deals, not piss him off, study, ask questions later, just do. Same token, I became a contract freak and obviously a negotiation freak at the end of the day. So he felt comfortable in what I was bringing to the table. And if there's something that I couldn't do or put together, he would structure it and go, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this, and this. You okay with that, Eric? We're going to do this, and that. Like, can we do that? He goes, yeah, of course. But, if you don't feel comfortable, let me know and we won't do it. Right. So he could have ripped me off, could have burned me, all kinds of stuff, or he could have said, hey, you know what, this is, I've got time to be training you. I got time to be explaining everything to you. Right. He's like, no, because the way it just worked out is like, hey, you tell me to go do this. I go do it. I come back, want to do it. Yeah, let's make it happen. What do I got to do? Go do this, and this, and then make it happen. And, in exchange for that, I made him a lot of money. Okay. So it was a cool thing. So that's why it's important, right? Whether it's us or anybody else, whether you're paying, not paying, or you're going to YouTube or TikTok or finding somebody to work with you. If you're lucky enough for that to happen, because it doesn't happen. Trust me, it doesn't happen a lot, but it's super important. Okay. I just wanted to bring that to the table. And then obviously this one is always a good one. From newbie to deal maker in 30 days. That's always a fun one. That's a challenge. If that's you, definitely let's talk. This is always controversial to a degree, right? Are you a closer or just a daisy chainer, right? The Amplified Real Estate Show, obviously that's me. I'm going to do my little commercials, but I want to say thank you to our sponsors, VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments and Luxury Properties, powered by Amplified Media, a media broadcasting and marketing company that powers Amplified, the American Mentee Program, the only program on the planet where we truly mentor you one-on-one. Coaching programs coming down the wire. It's a 6-week coaching program that's going to help you out, get you out in the business very quickly, super quick. And obviously some other things that are coming down the wire, like Wholesaling 101, right? Door knocking to your next real estate deal. So there's some cool stuff. That's we're always moving forward and always just adapting and adjusting to the market, as everybody should be doing, right? So you look at the horizon, the landscape, and then you start putting some stuff together and you work towards it, right? The same token, when they have those waves that come and go, because they do in real estate, you got to get prepared, right? Get out your surfboard, get out the wax and all that good stuff, and your flippers, whatever, your wetsuit, and get ready to ride the waves of rock and roll real estate, because it's coming. Just got to be prepared for it, okay? So I'll get into that a little bit later with some of that stuff. I'm going to wrap this up with VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments. Definitely scan that QR code so you can get on our VIP list, or just hunt some properties for free. The QR code's right there. Free. You can search those homes and investment properties. You can sign up there, scan the QR code. It's absolutely free. Courtesy of VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments, as well as luxury properties. Step into excellence. Also, everybody should be and deserves to be able to purchase a property, right? And that's what we're here to do, okay? We're here to help everybody, whether you're a millennial, Gen X, baby boomer, 18 to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, doesn't matter. We're here to help you. This obviously, and we're also here to rock and roll together with you through real estate. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here too as well. I'm going to share a couple more slides or a couple more graphics because that's what I wanted to do. Oh, geez. Okay. We should went 15 minutes over. So I'm wrapping this son of a bitch up. All righty. So surfing for deals. Oh, do I put this back up? Well, go back here. So it's always live and uncut. So if you want to become a VIP buyer, definitely reach out, scan the QR code. I do have this for you. It's absolutely free. Surfing for Deals. You can scan that QR code. Surfing for Deals, instant access. You'll get a video, a training video, PDF, and all that good stuff, right? That just copy and paste templates, steal it, do whatever you want with it at the end of the day as far as the copy and pasting and Just building a pipeline. It's going to help you build a pipeline and get into the business very, very quickly. We're actually talking to sellers because you need to talk to sellers. Okay. Now that's my speaker sheet. Obviously it's not updated, but there's a couple more extra years there and a few other things that we're doing now. But for VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments, as well as the Amp Live Media and things of that nature, can definitely reach out. And hey, if you feel that I can be an asset or value to your podcast or seminar, webinar, or any of that stuff, definitely reach out and shoot a DM and see if we can work something out. Appreciate it. Pass on the good word, like, love, and share as well, as always. And just wanted to share that with you. So we got here, I think that's it. Believe we're done here. I'm going to go back to the top. And I believe this is what we got here. The Amp Live Real Estate Show. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right now. Appreciate you. Rock and roll in all that you do. Thank you for watching. Definitely continue to watch, like, love, and share. Reach out anytime. I always say made in America. Rock and roll in all that you do. God bless you with abundance, prosperity, health, and wealth. Sponsored by VIPeXecs Realty, Lending and Investments, and Luxury Properties. Powered by Amp Live Media, a media broadcasting and marketing company that powers Amp Live, the American Mentee Program, and other programs that they're rolling out through 2026 and 2027. Without further ado, have a good night. We'll see you later. And don't forget, keep on dreaming and rock and roll in all that you do.